What up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about why a Dodge Ram is my favorite truck. First off, we're going to start out with miles per gallon on this thing. I'm getting 28.1 miles per gallon. I don't know. I was getting 25, 26. It went up, but that's honestly one of my favorite things about this truck is getting 28 miles per gallon. Here, let me show y'all. See, it's got like a quarter of a tank. Okay, we got a quarter of a tank. And it's saying that we got 633 miles till E, well 32 now. On a full tank, I usually get about 860 miles till E, somewhere around there. Another thing I like about the Cummins motor is it's one of the easiest diesel engines you can work on. This one is the 5.9, it is not the 6.7. They stopped making the 5.9 around this year model, which is 2007. 2008, they started putting strictly 6.7 Cummins motors in them. And then 2009, they went from Dodge Ram to just Ram, which I'm still kind of upset about that, but it is what it is. Another thing I like about this truck is it's the Mega Cab Edition. Got the Mega Cab badge right there, and it's got a lot of back seat space. It's another reason why I like Dodge. They have it where you can get the Mega Cab if you need it. But that is a lot of backseat space for the backseat people. I bet they couldn't be any more happier to have this much space back here. Another thing Dodge did, they put 3 seats in the front, 3 in the back. That way there's 6 seats total. You can fit 6 people back here. So that's a plus. Another thing I like about this truck is it looks good all the way around. Even up underneath the hood, it looks good. Come over here, it's got 17-inch rims on it. Cummins badge, 2500 heavy duty. It's got a bed topper on it. And it's also got a bed liner on it. Both came with this truck when I bought it, which I'm highly grateful for. Especially that Dodge Ram logo on the bed liner. That's my favorite thing about it. Come around. The only downside is that it's got a couple of scratches and dings in it, but it is a 2007, so it's not going to be in the greatest condition, but it's in pretty good condition to have, 2,000 miles on it, somewhere around there. But when I got it, it's got 2 brand new batteries on it. I'm glad they had those on there. I didn't know until I put oil in this thing when I first got it. I didn't know what kind of oil they ran through here, and I wanted to run my own oil through here to make sure that I was running some good oil, not some crappy cheap oil. Just in case they put some of that crappy stuff in there. Like I said, it's got 152,207 miles on it. It is getting 28 miles per gallon. That is my tip-top favorite thing about it. It's getting better gas mileage than what my car was getting, which is sad. But it's also got a big back storage up underneath the seat where you can shove all your stuff up underneath there when you don't want anybody to see it. Trust me, because I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff up underneath my seat. Like, I'm talking about from clothes to tools to whatever you can name. It's probably under my seat. But it's got quite a bit of storage space. It's got storage over there, storage in all the doors, and then it's also got this storage middle seat right here. When you open it up, it's got storage. My gun was in here. I need to put it back in here. Other than that, I mean, everything else is just like spectacular in tip-top spectacular shape. Besides like the scratches and the dings, like right there, it's a bunch of scratches. Other than that, everything's great. Go up underneath here. Everything's easy to get to. That's another thing about older vehicles. Everything is so much easier to get to than these newer vehicles. They don't want you to work on your own vehicle anymore. They want you to spend money. That way they can make money. That's why I'm gonna stick to my older vehicles. That way I know how to work on them and know how to actually, fix them. Instead of taking it to a shop and spending thousands of dollars on something so simple because it's hard to get to, or there's too much stuff to take off just to get to it. I am gonna start it up for y'all to let y'all listen to it. It sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Come around to the exhaust pipe. Let y'all listen to that. There you go. It sounds really good. Sounds good up underneath here too. There's no blow by on it. Everything's in tip-top shape. Which with all diesel trucks, they cut off really hard. Like that. But they all do that. It's nothing new. But I mean everything is in great condition. It really is. I mean, I love this truck. I like my older truck too, my 2004 that had the 5.7 in it. It was a great truck, but it was getting like 10 miles a gallon, so I got rid of it. And I got a car, and then I started missing my truck. And I was like, well, I want to see if I can get a diesel truck and see how many miles per gallon I can get out of it, because my stepdad's Ram was averaging like 18, and I thought that was good enough. But this one is almost averaging 30, man. Like, that's crazy. That's the most ridiculous thing I've even heard of. I didn't know that this truck would average that much, to be honest. The only downside about it is it sits kind of, I don't like how it sits in the front. So I'm probably going to end up putting a leveling kit on it or putting drop shackles in the back. I don't know yet, but I mean, it's just a great truck in total. I mean, that's the only downside to it, besides the scratches and dings, but I can get that fixed. I can get everything fixed that bothers me. It's just going to cost a little bit of money. But I mean, it's just, I mean, Dodge is, I mean, I used to be a Chevy fan back in like high school. I don't know why I was. I guess it was just, oh, I'm gonna try to be like everybody else kind of thing. And honestly, when I was in high school, it was either Chevy or basically, you know, nothing at all. I always thought Ford was crappy, and I didn't even know, honestly, when I was in high school, Dodge never came to my mind. Yeah, it never came to my mind. But now I'm over here driving one. I never would have known I would be driving one of these growing up. But I would always thought I was going to be driving a Chevy. I thought Chevys were like top notch, you know. But now Dodge is one of my favorites. And then it's Ford, and then Chevy. I'm not really too big on Chevy. But, you know, it is what it is now. I would probably always keep this truck, so whenever everything screws up in it, like the motor, I'm probably going to end up replacing it. Transmission, probably going to end up replacing that. Like everything else in this truck that messes up, I'm going to replace it, because honestly, I love this truck. It's one of my favorite trucks that I've ever owned. Beside the 5.7 that I had, the only other truck that I own beside these two trucks is my 2006 Chevy Colorado that I had. And it was a pretty good truck. I'll give it that. It was a really good truck, and I liked it. And I customized it, and I ended up trading it for a Hummer. I don't know why I did that. I guess it was kind of like, let me trade my 2-wheel drive truck for a 4-wheel drive Hummer and go have fun with it, you know, that kind of thing. But it ended up messing up like 3 months later, and I ended up having to get rid of it and buying that 2004 Dodge Ram that I was telling y'all about. Then I kept that for about, I want to say, a year and a half, and then I was like, well, gas prices are going sky high, and everything's going through the roof, so I'm going to go get a car. That way I can afford gas. Turns out that it takes the premium gas instead of the regular gas. And I'm not a big fan of driving a car, because I'm a really tall guy, so I had to basically like throw myself into the seat just to get into it. But so I got rid of that. Not even I think like 2 months later, I was like, man, there's no way I can keep driving this car, having to like throw myself in it basically, and like break my ankles just try to get out of it. So I was like, well, I'm gonna get my my old Dodge back. Well, meaning that I'm gonna get a Dodge back, not my old one, but because I missed my Dodge and I loved it. And I was actually gonna get a gas one back until I found this one and it caught my eye, and I was like, I had to have it. So here it is, and it's only costing me $300 a month, which is not bad. Insurance for full coverage is $100 a month, so $400 total. This truck stays mine until it's fully paid off. So it's not too bad of a deal for what it is, especially with 152,000 miles on it. That's not bad at all. Another one of my favorite things about Dodge trucks is when you go to lift the hood up, the latch is right here, like underneath here, and the whole hood lifts up. So that way I don't burn my dang hand trying to open this up when it's hot. That's one of my favorite things about Dodge. The latch is up underneath where you won't burn your hand every time you try to open up your hood when the truck's hot. Or car, if you own a car, or SUV if you own an SUV. But that's another one of my favorite things. Besides the gas mileage. Gas mileage is great. Even when I had my 5.7 Hemi before I got it lifted, it was getting like 17 miles a gallon. But then again, I was trying to, save gas, and I wasn't really driving fast and flooring it everywhere I went, because gas back then was like $3 something a gallon, and now it's like almost $4. Diesel was like almost $6 a gallon. It's ridiculous, man. It takes about $160 to fill this truck up all the way from empty. That is the only bad thing about it. But once you get it filled up, man, you ain't got to worry about it for a little while. Getting 28 miles a gallon. Because I'm over here on a full tank getting almost 900 miles to E, maybe more. Because it doesn't, I don't know how the calculations work. One time I watched it and I traveled like 10 miles before it even went down a mile. So I don't know how that works. But it is a really good truck. I love this truck, and I'm going to try to keep up with this truck as much as I possibly can. Another great thing about this truck is when I got it, it came with Weathertech floor mats for both the front seats. It's way over there. I don't know. There you go. Y'all can see it now. And it also came with the back seat one that fits to the floor. Well, it's also got carpet up underneath it. But it's also got air conditioning back here. Ain't too much back here besides air conditioner and a cup holder that folds. That's the only thing back here besides a bunch of leg room, which I'm pretty sure my passengers don't really care, because I mean they get all this leg room. I mean, heck, even the seats recline back, which is a cool thing. They recline. The only thing I liked about my older truck was the seats actually like folded up when I lift up on them, but they don't do that on this truck. So I just kind of have to shove stuff up underneath here. See, look, I got my transmission fluid, my funnels and clothes and all kinds of stuff back here, man. It's crazy. But it's really not a bad truck. I don't know why when I was in high school I never really even thought about Dodge, even though my stepdad owned one. He used to have a, I forgot what year model it was. It was a 90s model, and he ended up selling it. It's a 90s model 3500. Had the Cummins in it, the 5.9 Cummins. I don't know if it was the 12 valve or the 24 valve. I don't know. I don't think it was that old. I think it was a 90. I don't want to lie to y'all. I don't know what year model it was, but it was a really good truck. If I was him, I would have kept it. I don't know why he got rid of it. He got rid of that, and then got that 6.7 sitting out there, that 2010 6.7 sitting out there. I think it might have been a 12 valve Cummins that he had, but it was also stick. Most of his structure's stick, besides the 6.7 he's got out there. His 2.73s are both stick. Oh, by the way, I got 2 YouTube videos on those trucks. By the way, if y'all want to go check those out. He's got a 90, I think a 96 and a 99, I believe. One's an F350, one's an F250, and I did reviews on those. So if y'all want to go check those videos out, y'all can. Feel free to, and you know, I also got a bunch of other videos out. I have one about this truck too as well. I reviewed this truck. This is just telling y'all what I like about this truck. Pretty solid truck. It takes forever to clean though. I cleaned it last week. I think it's been about a week. I don't know. Maybe not 7 days, maybe about 5. It was probably about 5 days ago. And it took me about 5-6 hours to clean this whole truck. But I'm talking about detailing the crap out of it, and it's already dirty again. Already dirty. Look at that. Dirt. Especially on my side, because it gets used the most. Look. Man, that was clean like 5 days ago, even in the middle of the seat. I had Sonic last night and spilled chili on the seat. I was so mad. But yeah, this is probably one of the greatest trucks I've ever owned. By far, my favorite vehicle I've ever owned. I've owned, I think, 5. Let's see, I started out with a 02 Ford Focus, and then I got a 06 Colorado, then I got a 06 Hummer H3, and then I got an 04 Dodge Ram 1500, and then I got a 17 Nissan Maxima, and then I got the 07 2500. Out of all those vehicles, this one's by far my favorite. And then I want to say my second favorite was probably my 04, and my third would probably be my Colorado, and then the Nissan, which, I mean, the Nissan was a really good car. It's just, I worked at AutoZone at the time, and I got a little nosy and looked up all the parts and how much it cost for that vehicle. And man, a fuel pump for that car was $700. And it's crazy because I just replaced my fuel pump on the 04 before I got that car, and it was only like $150. And I was like, man, there's no way I am about to pay $700 for a fuel pump. There's no way. Everything was just like too expensive on that car, and more than likely I probably wouldn't have been able to fix it myself. So I would have taken it to a dealership and spent even more money. And like, that's like over $1,000 just to get the fuel pump replaced, when it cost me $150 to buy the fuel pump and like $100 to find somebody to put it on. Like, $250, and I was ready to go, ready back on the road. And then I would want to say the Ford, the Hummer was my least favorite. It had too many problems. It was fine when I first got it. I guess the people I got it from lied to me about it. I should have known it was too good to be true. So I do kind of miss that Colorado that I had. But yeah, that 02 Ford Focus was really good. It only took like $25 to fill up when gas was like, this was back in like 2016 when I had this. So gas was like $2.89, $3 something a gallon, and it wasn't too bad. But yeah, this one's by far my favorite truck. And then it'll be my 04. But other than that, I'm probably going to end up keeping this truck once I pay it off. I'll probably look at like another Dodge, like an 80s model or 90s model, if I can find one. Get one of those. But if you ever decide to actually look into one of these, I will get one. They average 28 miles a gallon. Well, that's if you actually drive like you're trying to save gas. But if you Ford everywhere you go, you're probably going to end up getting like 17, 18, maybe 19. But I'm trying to save a lot of gas because I can't afford to put gas in this thing hardly. Well, diesel. because it takes $160 to fill up every time I need to fill up, and I can't do that. Not until diesel prices go back down. Hopefully they do, probably not, but you know, who knows. But I want to thank every single one of y'all for you know, just tuning in and watching. Thank you to all my subscribers that are here too. I passed 200 subscribers. I'm like 208 now, and let's try to get it to like 1,000. I know that's a lot to ask for, but I mean, I'm out here trying, y'all. I really am. It would be like a dream come true, you know, if I can get up to 1,000 subscribers or more. I was inspired by several people to do YouTube, like Mr. Beast and Roman Atwood and all them. They inspired me to do YouTube, especially Mr. Beast, man. He helps out a lot of people, and that's what I want to do. He gives out money to people in need, and if I ever got, you know, famous on YouTube, I would want to do the same thing. I love to help people, especially people in need, man. So hit that subscribe button. I'll probably try to post another video tomorrow, but yeah, just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, that way you get notified every time I post a new video. And y'all have a wonderful day, and God bless y'all.